Hi friends, it's MiMi with today's version of Reading with MiMi, and we're reading the chapter book Junie B Jones and a Little Monkey Business. If you have one of these books that has this white label in the back, that means it's a Reading with MiMi book, and you can have your parents take you to my YouTube page, and there you'll see these videos. We've already read chapters 1 through 7, and you'll find those 7 videos on the Facebook page, or on the YouTube page already. And now we're going to read chapter 8. If you remember correctly from last time's chapter, chapter 7, Junie B Jones's mom had a baby, a little boy, and last chapter, Junie B got into some trouble and had to go to the principal office. So chapter 8 is called Me and the Principal. The school office is a scary place. It has loud ringing phones and a typing lady who is a stranger. And there are rows of chairs where the bad kids sit. Mrs. plopped me in a blue one. "Wait here," she said. "Yeah, only I'm not bad," I whispered just to myself. Then I put my sweater over my head so nobody would see me in the bad kid's chair. After that, I peeked down my long sweater sleeve, and I saw Mrs. out of my handhole. See? She was knocking on the principal's door. Then she went in there, and my heart felt a little pumpy, because she was tattling on me, I think. After a while, she came out again. The principal came with her. Principal had a balding head, which looked like rubber. He also had big hands and heavy shoes and a suit made out of black. "Can I see you in my office for a minute, Junie B?" he said. And so then I had to go in there all by myself, and I sat in a big wood chair, and the principal made me take my sweater off my head. "So what's this all about?" he said. "Why do you think your teacher brought you down here today?" "Because," I said very quietly. "Because why?" said the principal. "Because that Grace shot off her big fat mouth," I explained. Then the principal folded his arms, and he said for me to start at the beginning. And so I did. First I told him about how I spent the night at my grandpa's house. "We had delicious waffles for breakfast," I said. "I had 5 of them. Only my grandpa doesn't know where I put them all. Except I put them way in here." And then I opened my mouth and showed the principal where my waffles went. After that, I told him how my grandma Miller came home from the hospital and how she told me I had a monkey brother, for really and honest and truly. And so then I told the children at show and tell, I said, at recess, Lucille and that Grace started giving me lots of pretty stuff because they wanted to be the first to see him. Except too bad for me, I said, because when we came out, Mrs. found out about the snack tickets, and then that big dumb Grace shot off her big fat mouth about her shoes. So I got marched down here, and I had to sit in the bad kid's chair. Then I smoothed my skirt. "The end," I said nicely. The principal rubbed his head that looked like leather. "Junie B, maybe we should go back to when your grandmother came home from the hospital," he said. "Can you remember exactly what she said about your brother being a monkey?" I scrunched my eyes really tight to remember. "Yes," I said. "Grandma said he was the cutest little monkey she's ever seen." The principal closed his eyes. "Ah," he said kind of quietly. "Now I get it." After that, he smiled a little bit. "You see, Junie B, when your grandmother called your brother a little monkey, she didn't mean he was a real monkey. She just meant he was, well, cute." "I know he's cute," I said. "That's because all monkeys are cute. Except for, I don't know, like the big kind that can kill you." The principal shook his head. "No, Junie B, that's not what I mean. I mean your brother isn't really a monkey at all. He's just a little baby boy." I made a frowny face. "No, he's not a little baby boy. I told you. He's a real, alive baby monkey with black hairy fur and long fingers and toes. You can ask my grandma Miller if you don't believe me." So guess what the principal did? He called her. That's what. He called Grandma Miller right up on the phone. And then he talked to her. And then I talked to her too. "Hey, Grammy," I said very shouty. Guess what's happening down here? The principal says that my baby brother isn't a real live monkey. Only he's saying that because you told me that. Remember? You said he was a monkey. For really and honest and truly. Then Grandma Miller said she was very sorry because she didn't mean that he was a real monkey. She just meant that he was cute, just like the principal had explained to me. And then I felt very droopy inside. Well, yeah, only what about all his black hair and his long fingers and toes, I said. And what about the bed that looks like a cage and the wallpaper with his jungle friends on it? But Grandma kept saying that my new baby brother was really just a cute baby. And so I didn't want to talk to her anymore, and I hanged up the phone. Then I bent my head way down, and my eyes got a little bit wet in them. Darn it, I said quietly. After that, the principal got me a tissue, and he said, "I'm sorry," to me. And then he held my hand, and me and him walked back to room 9. Poor Junie B. Do you feel sad for Junie B? I think she just got very confused. Well, that's the end of chapter 8. We only have one more, chapter 9. So be sure to turn in for the final chapter of Junie B Jones and Little Monkey Business. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon.